Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, East-Based Stamp Chick, and this is Michelle. Thanks so much for joining me today. And I wanted to do a quick card with you today, and it's going to be a Slimline Easel card. So I thought that'd be kind of fun to put together, and I'm going to use some products from the Stamps of Life to decorate, to embellish. So let me show you what I have going on here. First of all, I know there's a lot of different measurements for Slimline cards. So this is the envelope that I use, and this one is 9.5 by 4 and not quite a quarter. It's maybe, I don't know, an eighth, something like that. I get these at the Dollar Tree, and so that's what I use. So I typically make my Slimline cards to fit this envelope. So you could do whatever size you want to do this, but that's the size that I make. So let me show you what we're going to do to make this into a easel card. So you're going to start with a piece of cardstock, and mine is 8 inches wide by 9 inches long. Okay, so on the 8-inch side, you're going to score it at 4, which is going to give you the halfway point so you can fold it over. And I'm also going to score it at 2, and it's just going to be on one panel that I'll score with 2. Because the whole idea is that you fold it in half, and that this one, that one side, is able to fold up. Okay, kind of like forms a triangle. So that's going to give you your easel back. All right. So to do the card, I went ahead and I did cut a piece of black cardstock that is the exact same size as my card front. Okay, so 4 by, was it 9, I think? Yeah, 4 by 9. And this is going to get glued to only this bottom half of the cardstock right here, that by that fold line. So we're going to attach that right there, and we're not going to glue the whole thing. You can see that. Okay, and so that's going to allow it to move, but when it's flat, it'll look, you know, like a regular card. And this panel could be anything that you want. I chose black, but you could choose white, you could choose whatever color you wanted to do, whatever's going to look good with the card that you're making. So let me show you what we're going to be using. I cut another panel, and this one has a scalloped edge. And this one is from, oh, I don't have the paper. It's they're Slimline Scallops dies from the Stamps of Life. So I think that's what that's called. And let me see, which one did I use? So I used the biggest one that they have to cut that, which makes this about 8 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we're going to use that. And then I have already stamped and colored and cut out some images. This is the Bumblebee to Stamp set. And then I got some flowers from the Flower to Layer stamp set. So both of those. And then I was thinking, let me see here. Let me pull these out, the images. So I already colored these with my alcohol markers right here. And I used Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. And I already stamped a sentiment as well. So those are all here. And I did a lot just in case I wanted, you know, like to really layer up a lot of images. So those are all there. Okay, so we've got all those to use. And then for the background, I wanted it to be like blue like a sky, but I was thinking of maybe using this stencil right here. It's called the Flower Power Stencil, and doing some ink blending over that, and that could kind of give us like a fun sky look without it just being solid blue. So I thought we could do that as well. So let me grab a piece of paper here. We're going to ink blend right on top of this. And the stencil is not quite big enough, so we're going to have to kind of move it and make it work. And then I'm going to do the sky with some tumbled glass from the Distress Oxide. Got my blending brush here. Let me load that up. And I'm just going to hold this down. It doesn't have to be, like, I'm not going to go through and really make this perfect. Hopefully I'm not jiggling too much. I am. Let me see here. Let me grab, I've got my little Simon Says paw here that will help hold my ink pad for me a little bit. So let's lift this up. Yeah, so you can kind of see that there. I don't want it to be like super dark. Just something in the background to add a little bit of interest. And give it that kind of light blue sky color. So it's pretty, you know, it's pretty light. But I think that'll look pretty. And just kind of a fun way to do a sky instead of doing clouds. Or just ink blending a couple of blues or something. This will just kind of give us a different look. Get this done. So this will be really quick, and I just wanted to show you that you can do an easel back card even with a Slimline card, even though it's a big Slimline card. And it's really simple. You don't need any special dies or anything to do it. I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to move that. I don't know if you can kind of see. And then we need to do this other edge, which, you know, it's not going to line up. And that's totally okay. And part of this is going to get covered anyway with the beehive. So no one's going to really notice that it doesn't line up exactly, you know, or that the stencil wasn't big enough to cover the whole thing. It's totally fine. They'll just see it peeking around the edges of the beehive. Oops, get that back on there. I am using the Picket Fence blending brushes, life-changing brushes. Okay, so let me show you. It doesn't look, I mean, that you can't really tell. So, okay, so perfect. So we've got that background done, and then let's go ahead and have some fun. But actually, we want to get this onto the black piece first. And I did, on purpose, I kind of thought a big border would look really good, so I did allow for that. Like, I could cut something else to put behind there to make the black smaller, but I thought it would look nice like that. So I'm going to go ahead with that. I'm going to glue that in place. And then we're going to use foam tape on a lot of things to bring some dimension to our card. I'm going to show you how to keep it propped up as an easel card as well. So let's just kind of eyeball this and center it. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and we'll put this onto our card. And again, we're only going to put glue where that fold line is down to the edge. That's it. Because we want this to be free to move. And I am using the Barely Arts glue. And I've just put it into this little applicator just to make it easy for me. I like the size. I like the size of the nozzle. Okay. So I'm going to hold both edges together, and I'm going to get this on here. And the reason why I like to use glue is because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room, so I can kind of get this matched up. Yeah, so it's not showing or hanging over the edge in the back. And then I'm going to fold this down. Let's give this a good burnish. You can use your bone folder or your fingers. Alright, and so now we have a card. That's an easel. Pops up, and I'll show you how to keep that in place. But for right now, let's decorate the front. So we're going to put, I'm going to use, let me grab this block here because it doesn't want to stay flat. So we're going to put this right here. I'm going to use, I think, foam tape on that. I'm going to grab some tape here. I have this big roll that I'm using. And so I like to use a lot of foam tape, just warning you too. I like everything to be really secure. I know that it's going to stay in its spot. So I do like to put a lot. That's okay. This gets the tape on there, and then let's do a little piece right here. And I'm going to cut some small pieces for the branch because we want to support that where we can. So we can make sure it doesn't like wobble. I'm just cutting some little slivers here to put in. Cut this piece in half. Ooh. Oops. I guess I could have probably cut the foam tape before I started filming so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me cut foam tape. But that's okay, it's not too bad. I'm going to take just a little bit more off here because we want to put a little bit more on there. And I know they sell like small foam squares for this, and I just didn't have any at the moment, so this is what we're doing. Okay. So let's get all this tape off. We'll get this put down. So if you're watching the video and you like seeing crafty things, please subscribe and like the video and leave a comment. Tell me, like, do you make easel cards? Have you made one before? Have you ever made a Slimline easel card? Is that new? Or have you used Stamps of Life stamps before? I just happened to pick these stamps. I thought they were cute. I'm not like on their design team or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to put that down right there. And then I wanted to put like this big red flower, I think right here. And I think I'm just going to glue this one because I think I want to pop up like another one. And I want to put a leaf behind it. So you can see this stamp set has all these fun elements. And I did some of all of those. Colored them and got them all cut out and everything. So I could just have a variety of items to work with right here in this pile. And then I also want to do one of these little, it looks like a tulip. And I want that to kind of hang down, I think, from the flower. So, I mean, obviously, like, these flowers are huge compared to this beehive, and that would not normally be how things are, but that's okay. Things don't have to be exactly like how they would be in nature. So we're going to put that right there. I think that's cute. And then I want to do Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. I want to do one of these pink ones. I'm going to add another leaf. And I actually did, I colored like 5 or 6 leaves. Because sometimes you just need a lot of leaves. Let me see, I think I like this one better. Here we go. I'm going to glue that leaf. And then I think something kind of like that. And I'm going to put some foam tape on that. Let me get a little bit more. Whoops, put some on that leaf. And, oops, it stuck to my finger. There we go. Put some around the flowers. And let me move this one, it's kind of sticking out. There we go. All right. Get all the tape off the back of this. So these cards are so easy, these easel cards, and I think they're really fun for someone to receive because it's a little bit different. Okay, so I'm thinking right about there. Okay, and then we want to put, I want a bee. Need to put a couple of bees on here. Let me find some in my pile here. I think we'll have one right there. Oh, and I want to do like a little orange flower on here. Put a little dab of glue right there. And then the bee I want to pop out. So I get a little piece of foam tape there. So that one's leaving the hive. It's super cute. These are really cute images, I think. And then, oh, I know I wanted to also put these yellow flowers. I don't know if they're like a daffodil or like another type of tulip maybe. I don't know. So I was thinking something like that on the branch. And then we'll put a, I'm going to put like a little, this is a tiny, tiny little flower, like maybe a daisy, I don't know. I'm going to put that right on top of that. Okay. And then we want to, let's see, my sentiment is you are as sweet as can be. And I was thinking, do I want to put another like red flower behind that one? What do we think here? It's a leaf, maybe another leaf. And then let's see here, we need another little bee up here. And then this type of a bee would be cute. And then maybe we need like another little, and then we could do, I have some gold sequins I think we could add in that could be super cute too. So let's do that. I'm going to pop the sentiment up. So I will glue, whoops, the, I don't know, should I glue the flower down? Or should I pop it up? Dimension's always so much fun, I think. Adding dimension to your cards. Let's see. Should we pop that? Yeah, let's just pop it up. But I am going to glue this on to my flower. A little bit of glue there. And then I'm going to just pop that in right like that. So it kind of overlaps, but yet you can see that little petal coming out there. Just dabbing away some of that extra glue. I have a tendency to put a lot of glue sometimes. I like to use a lot of foam, a lot of glue. So I guess I'm like all about the adhesives. Alright, so let's put some foam tape on here. Get this one in position. I really love these, the flower stamps and the bees, and there are matching die sets to these too if you're into dies, which is great if you don't like to fussy cut. I did fussy cut these out because I didn't have the dies, which I didn't mind. This piece right there, and I just want a little bit on the leaf, so that's pretty good. Let's get this paper peeled off and get this set. Come on now, there we go. You always have problems with peeling the paper off when you're trying to film something and never when you're like not trying to film, because that's how it's always got to be. Come on, we can do this. I didn't bring my little pick. I left it in the other room, so I can't use that to peel off the backings. Okay. Alright, let's see here. We want to definitely put, I'm going to get maybe the bigger flower. And yeah, I'm going to just put that right behind it. That's cute. And then we need a little piece of foam on this bee. One right there, and we'll do another one. Kind of right there. Okay, and let's see here. Do we want to put maybe some gold sequins on here just for a little bling? Sometimes bling is needed. Let's kind of lay these out and see what we think. Kind of makes like, that's like the little bee line that the bee, you know, buzzes from. It's kind of cute. So let's do that. These are kind of big, but I think they're pretty. We need 3 right there. Maybe I need 3 right there. Okay. And then we need to do the mechanism that's going to hold this as an easel card. Okay, because we want this to stay up. So what you want to do is I'm going to take one of these bees. This is a pretty good size bee. And I'm going to put a little foam on the back, and that's going to be what it will rest against to hold it up, because it'll be popped up. Now you can stamp a sentiment right here if you wanted to as well. You know, next to the bee. I thought that might be kind of cute. So let's see. Let's try that. Move that out of the way. I'm going to put this stopper back in my glue. There we go. And let's see here. And now I know this card is a little bit big for my Misty, but I'm still going to use it. And I probably should have thought about stamping this before I did all the decorating, but that's okay. It'll still work. Let me move some stuff aside. I'm just going to hold this in here. So we want that bee. Let me put the bee on first. I think that'll be better because that'll tell us where we're going to want, if we want to stamp something. Alright, so let's do this. Here. Okay. You can kind of put it where you want as far as like how much do I want this to stand up. Okay, so see, now that catches it and it holds it. So let me show you from this angle. You can see how that's just holding it in place. And now you have this really cute little easel card. And so we could put a little stamp right here. And let's see here. I put the "You are as sweet as you can be." And I could put buzzing by to say hi. Let's do that. We'll add that, and then the card will be complete. And I think it turned out really cute. All right, what do we got here? We want the hi, and we want the buzzing by. Okay. So now, let's open this Misty back up. Oops, I think I jiggled the camera a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to just partially put this in here. It's okay. It'll work. So I'm going to put buzzing by to say hi. Or do I want to move that over just a tiny bit? Yeah. I think that's good. Okay. Let me shut the door. Pick that back up. There we go. And I'm just going to rub these a little bit because I have not used these stamps and so they're not conditioned. And then I'm going to use my VersaFine pigment ink here for details. I like this one for sentiments. And then let's just stamp that. Get a nice, good impression. Oh, that looks great. Okay. All right, so let's check this out. So you can see buzzing by to say hi with the little bee, super cute. So when it's closed, this is what it'll look like. And then when it's open, you can prop it up like this. Okay, you can see the side angle. Still plenty of space for you to write a sentiment in here of, you know, your thoughts and feelings and whatever you want to do with that. I mean, you could do lots of things. If you want to stamp more things inside, you could stamp some flowers and some bees too, or just leave it like this. So I think that turned out super cute. I hope you guys do too. Please leave me some comments and let me know what you think. And hopefully that was easy and quick. And hope you come back and watch another video with me. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.